I would like to introduce myself. I don't have a name, but I'm something, or I am nothing. Either way, I won't waste time. Let us take a journey back in time. To all my brothers and sisters of this world and nations, I want you to think about this very centralized question when you watch my video. Who am I? What am I? Who are you? What are you? We are going back 13 billion years, starting with the Big Bang unfolding until now. Every passing second represents 22 million years. On this scale, humans do not appear until the last fraction of a second. The universe begins in 5, 4, 3, 2. Gravity connects star systems together in vast galaxies and steers them through their journey in unfounded space. Some galaxies form so close together that they're locked in a gravitational grace. What a magnificent sight it would have been to see this. As it evolves, the universe passes through distinct eras, vast ages. There are beginning and endings that are marked with unique milestones. The births and deaths of each one of its stages. Gravity is the great creator, the contractor of worlds. But gravity is also a destroyer, because it is relentless. When a star around 15 times the mass of our Sun collapses, all the matter in its core is crushed into an infinite void of blackness known as a stellar mass black hole. The immense gravitational pull of these monsters can rip a star apart. They tear matter from its surface and drag it into orbit. This superheated matter spins around the mouth of the black hole and great jets of radiation fire from the core. Although these jets can be seen across the cosmos, the core itself remains a mystery, so their interior is forever hidden from us. Not even light can escape. Throughout a star's life, there is a constant battle between energy pushing out and gravity pushing in. Because it was in a nebula 5 billion years ago that our sun was formed. As the star is torn apart, it will fire out into space all the elements that it created from its life and death. These are new stars forming from the elements blown out by supernova explosions. And it's from this universal process of death and rebirth that we emerge. And the life cycle of a new star has begun. Who am I? What am I? Who are you? What are you? Because it was in a nebula 5 billion years ago that our sun was formed. Clouds of hydrogen collapse further and further under the force of gravity.
Around it, a network of planets formed.
From the primordial cloud of gas and cosmic dust, gravity forged the stars. Gravity connects star systems together in vast galaxies and steers them on their journey through unbounded space. The relentless flow of time has driven the evolution of the universe and created extraordinary wonders. Some galaxies form so close together that they're locked in a gravitational embrace.
Among them was the Earth. Debris left over from formation of the solar system collides with it. Earth began like a molten hell. The land was dominated by volcanoes, hostile and harsh, but deep in the oceans like.
What a magnificent sight it would be.
The latest theory is that chemicals spewing from underground volcanoes then solidified, and it created the conditions needed for the first cells for forming. For somewhat 3 billion years, simple single-celled organisms were the most advanced life forms on the planet. Cyanobacteria and other oxygen-producing microbes began to bloom. These flourished in colonies, plant-like life forms, and pumped out vast amounts of oxygen around the Earth.
As it evolves, the universe passes through distinct eras. Vast ages whose beginnings and endings are marked by unique milestones. The births and deaths of its wonders.
And it was this increase in oxygen that gave rise to the animal kingdom.
We are the product of a grand evolutionary sequence, cosmic evolution, about which we are only occasionally aware.
Just people believe, the scientist says prove. What do you believe? What do you think happens?
Okay, so now, every one of your molecules has energy within it. If you get cremated, that energy gets released in the form of heat. And you heat the air, and that air radiates to space. You get buried, which is how I want my body to be disposed of. Bury me. Bury me. Because you know why? I don't want the energy content of my body to just get radiated out into space of no use to anybody. Put me in the ground. Let the worms, microbes, come in and out of my body. And the energy content of my body that I had assembled over my lifetime, consuming the flora and fauna of this earth, my body then returns to them. And thus is the cycle of life. I know that's going to happen because you can measure where the energy goes. And that's how I want to go out.
I just wanted to talk to you briefly about the idea of dealing emotionally with the study of astrophysics. I know the tiniest little amount of astrophysics.
And it's messing with you.
And it's
yes.
Well, it's
and
making
it has
me depressed.
An effect,
yeah.
Then you do feel so tiny and insignificant.
Now, I would
battle
say that you feel insignificant because you entered the room with an unjustifiably too high ego to begin with.
It's been said that about me. That's been said about me before.
If instead you enter the room with no ego at all, then all of this knowledge is uplifting in the following way. What is ego if not, I am different from you in this particular way, and therefore that makes me better?
Right.
Well, the cosmic perspective shows that you're the same.
Yeah.
We have 40% DNA identical with a yeast cell. When you realize that, you come to the conclusion, the recognition, we're not separate and distinct from the biosphere. We are participants in this great unfolding story of life. Can that itself be uplifting? For me, it is. When I learn that I am the same as the trees, as the grass, as the other animals in this biosphere held by Earth. I'm not separate and apart from them. I'm the same. I am uplifted because I am the same, not because I'm different. The atoms of your body are traceable to stars that manufacture them in the core, in the crucibles of the thermonuclear fusion inside the cores of stars. And these stars exploded, scattered these elements across the galaxy into the next generation gas clouds that then collapsed, formed star systems with ingredients that can now make planets, with planets that now have ingredients that can now make life. We are alive in this universe. And because our atoms are traceable to the universe itself, the universe is alive within us. You are special, not because you're different from the universe. You are special because you are the same as the universe. To me, that borders on spiritual. We are not figuratively, but literally stardust.
That's beautiful.
Who am I? What am I? Who are you? What are you? Clear your mind and close your eyes. Imagine that you are in a dark room with a mirror and a dim light above it. You walk up to the mirror and look at yourself. Take a long look at yourself and ask, who am I? For some of you, I can clarify this for you. For others, I can try. Now imagine in that dark room you begin to see clouds of smoke arise all around you. Smoke in mirrors. Something that seems good, but is not real or effective. And that is done especially to take attention away from something else that is embarrassing or unpleasant. We must remain vigilant, for they have come before and they will come again. For we must continue. But in time. In time.